What is up, guys? It's Cone back here again today with another video. Already making you laugh, man. But I'm here today with kind of a cool video. I'm talking to my guy, Vrenz. That's how it's pronounced, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
What's up,
All right,
man?
cool. Glad I got it. But Vrenz is a draft prospect. If you're on Twitter, you probably know who he is, especially Thunder Twitter. He's someone that I hope the Thunder draft. But for anyone who doesn't know you, do you want to just like introduce yourself real quick, kind of talk about a little bit about who you are?
Yeah, so I'm Vrenz Bleijenbergh. I'm from Belgium. I'm 20 years old. I'm doing this draft this year. I'm playing pro basketball for 3 years right now. I started when I was 16 years old with pro basketball. I started basketball when I was 4 years old. I've always been in Antwerp, and now, yeah, it's time to move on.
Yeah, man. How is that like? Because for me, when I was 16, so I didn't actually start playing basketball until I was like 14 or 15. I played baseball for the longest time when I was younger. And just at some point, the story of how I got into basketball is really weird. I can tell it if you want me to. But just like when I got into basketball, by the time I was age 16, I was like playing my first year of like rec basketball ever. And you were playing like for like national, like championship type stuff. So that's crazy. What is that like as like a 16-year-old like doing stuff like that?
I mean, yeah, the first years you're mostly coming off the bench. You're
Mm-hmm.
playing against great players. I played against a ton of NBA players. So I've got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of experience already, more than probably guys have in the NBA draft.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing is, yeah, I'm from Belgium. I've been maybe I will be the first Belgian ever to be drafted and play in
Mm-hmm.
the NBA. So it's not a positive thing. We don't have like great prospects from Belgium in the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's a little bit of negative thing about Belgium. But I mean, I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to show myself in here, and yeah, we will see.
Hey man, I'm super excited. Like I said, so the Thunder have been really good for the last few years, and then this year was not very good. So more than ever, I've been looking more into the draft. And like even before you were super active on Twitter, I was like, because I saw some mock drafts and stuff, and I know you've sent me a couple that have you like go into the Thunder. I'm like, hey man, like I'll
Yeah,
take you on the Thunder. Like I said, if you end up on the Thunder, I got to get your jersey, man.
yeah, for
Um,
sure. But I mean, like the Thunder is just a good organization for guys to grow up, and I
yeah.
mean, like in a few years, it will really pay off for the Thunder. I mean, it's an
Mhm.
investment now, but if you see guys like Poku, like Vid, like Shea, like
Mhm.
if we getting like give us 3 more years and the Thunder will be fine. I'm telling
Oh,
you right now.
bro,
But the
you're
Thunder,
already
the
you're
Thunder is
already a Thunder
cool.
guy, man. You
Yeah,
like
I just like the Thunder though because how they active on Twitter, how the fans are on Twitter,
mhm.
and I just like it. We will see because it's not in my hands. I'm not choosing the team, but
Yeah.
I will be happy with any team that believes in me.
Yeah.
But I mean, for now, the fans on Twitter, it's for sure the Thunder because they're the most active. But I got also a lot of Knicks fans where I'm good friends with and other
Mhm.
teams. But I mean, OKC is really active on Twitter too, though.
Yeah, we are, man. That's something pretty cool because so I first started getting like active on Twitter like a couple years ago, and I really didn't expect there to be so many other Thunder fans
Yeah,
on
it's
Twitter,
crazy.
and it's crazy, man. It's so much fun
I
to be
just
on Thunder
posted like
Twitter.
I think a picture of being in OKC. It was my first workout. I was just in OKC,
Yeah.
and I was just like 5 minutes in the States, and I had like for like 200 followers of OKC. I was like, all right, they cool though. They cool.
Hell yeah, man. Like even if you don't end up on the Thunder, we're cool. I'm gonna be rooting for you
Yeah,
all the
for
way,
sure.
man.
We
But
will see. Though. We will see. It's a long story.
but yeah, I guess in terms of like the Thunder, like how was your workout? Like how'd you like the city? Because me personally, I don't even live in OKC. I live like on the East Coast, so I've
Okay.
never been. So you've been there more than I have. So like, what was your impression of like the
I
city and
mean,
stuff like that?
I had the most days over there because normally I'm like working out and traveling. And
Hmm.
in OKC, that was my first one. So I was a couple of days earlier over there. And one of my better friends is Vit Krejci, the guy
Yeah.
that plays for the Thunder. He's one of my
Hmm.
better friends. And he took me downtown. He showed me the city. He showed me the gym. And we had a little workout together with a personal trainer in OKC. And yeah, the day after I had the workout with OKC, it went really well. I liked the gym, the facility, the trainers, the players. Like it was really cool. And then yeah, also when I'm traveling. I'm really active on Twitter.
Hmm.
Just I trying to react on everything, but it's not possible because it's so many.
Yeah.
But I just trying to involve the fans because it's fun though. Also for them, it's also fun.
Yeah, like something I was gonna ask is like what do you enjoy so much about like being on Twitter? Because not a lot of like draft prospects, like there are some other guys that just aren't active on all at all on Twitter, or like don't even have Twitter. So like
Mhm.
what do you most like enjoy about that? Like getting to interact with the
It's like the
fans.
fans going into it because they also the mock drafts. Everyone is making mock drafts and they're
Hmm.
trying to guess it right because. But it's gonna be a whole different story because I see mock drafts, but I have workouts with guys that like around 15. Like most of my
Hmm.
workouts are with guys around like the 15 pick until the 25 pick,
Hmm.
and it's gonna be different than a lot of mock drafts. I'm telling you right now. So
Yeah.
but we will see. I just like Twitter, and now all the OKC fans are really active too. So it's
Hmm.
even more fun.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been saying on this channel that I'm gonna make a mock draft at some point, but I'm kind of
Okay.
terrified because, like you said, there's just so many possibilities, and I already know like I'm gonna make this mock draft, I'm gonna do research, and the second like one of the picks is wrong, someone's gonna let me know like, hey, dude, you had this guy picked here, and he went here and stuff like that. Like, there's so much that can
I
happen.
mean, yeah, a lot of guys just trying to guess it, but the
Yeah.
only one that really getting the info is like Chad. He's the only one that the one that's fired from ESPN because he changed his mock drafts after the draft.
Oh shoot, really?
But yeah, he got
Wow.
fired from that. But he's the one that's only getting intel from the GM. So
Yeah.
if you gotta look up like some mock drafts, you gotta look up Chad's ones.
Gotcha. All right. I'll make sure to keep that in mind when I make mine
Yeah,
because that way I can have less people yelling at me
yeah,
in the
yeah.
comment section. So something that like really like about your game in general is, or it's in your Twitter bio. You have like 6'10" point guard in your Twitter
Oh,
bio, and I like that a lot because for me personally, and like something you can see with the Thunder with like Poku, Shea,
mhm.
it kind of seems like the Thunder are like building a roster where like everyone can handle the ball,
Yeah,
everyone can make shots
it's
for
the
themselves,
future
and
though.
yeah, and like that's the future of basketball, I think, is
Mhm.
guys that like 7 footers we can see, like we see Jokic do it all the time, where
Yeah.
he handles the ball, he's their point guard a lot of time. And so that's part of why I'm excited about the possibility of getting you because you do the same thing. So if you could kind of just like if you were had to compare your game to like one player or like give me like a sentence about kind of like what your game is like for the other people that are
I
listening.
mean, I'm just like very versatile, and
Hmm.
I'm just trying to be myself. I don't trying to be another Poku because I'm not kind of like him because
Yeah.
he's a whole different player as me because he played for a good team. Like he didn't
Hmm.
play, but he was with a good team, Olympiacos, and but he don't have the he's not really mature yet, and he don't have really the experience I got.
Hmm.
But he's really tall. He can he's a 3 level scorer. He can do everything on the floor,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's a little bit the same with me. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm a little bit older also, and but yeah, I just like the Thunder how they want to see it in the future because they will be really good.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about the future of it. You're already like, even if you don't end up on the Thunder, like just the fact that you said that Poku is really good will make me and a million other Thunder fans super happy. Um,
But he just needs some time though.
oh yeah, absolutely. I'm one of those people. I'm such a big believer in Poku. I think like 3 years down the line, he's gonna be like one of the better players in the entire league. Like I'm a huge believer
It
in
depends on
Poku's
his
game.
work ethic though. It
Hey man,
depends.
I saw him in there. He's
He,
he's
he got he
he's
got the
really
talent.
he's really skinny, but hey, he's bulking up a little bit. You know, the legs don't
I,
look
I saw
as
the
thin.
last picture, but he was still skinny though. But
Uh,
it's all right. You don't have to be like the big body, but
yeah,
he will be fine though. He will be fine.
yeah. He'll fill out at some point. By the end of his career, he's gonna have like tree trunks for legs. He's gonna be great. No one's gonna be able to move him. But yeah, man. So I guess just like also in terms of just like basketball, I know you say you're very unique, very versatile. Like coming up as a kid, like building your basketball game, were there any players that you like idolized or anyone you looked at where you're like trying to incorporate stuff from their game to try to improve your game? Was there anything like that?
Yeah, but because like last year, I played the 2 spot, so I was playing the shooting guard. But the year
Yeah.
before, I was a backup point guard.
Mm-hmm.
of Luka Rupnik, and he's the best friend of Luka Doncic.
Okay.
So I met him sometimes, and he was giving me some hints and how to play. So I try to pick up his game because my strongest point is to play in the pick and roll, find
Mm-hmm.
open teammates, find shooters, find the roll guy. So that's my strongest point. So Luka is one of the best doing it. So why
Oh
not?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Do you feel like the Euro, like I know you were talking about like Belgium and stuff, how they haven't had a lot of great draft prospects as of recently, but something that I'm a big believer in, and I was a big fan of Lucas coming into the draft because, like, similar to you, he was playing like high level basketball since he was like 15, 16 years old. So do you feel like all of that like really has you prepared for like the NBA, like
For
going
sure,
into
for
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Because we got a lot of experience. Like we
Hmm.
played against grown men. We played against NBA
Yeah.
players. I played against Milos Teodosic. Like nobody
Mm.
out of college gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah. No one's
They
gonna play
all they
against someone like
all played
Milos.
against like 22, 21 years old.
Hmm.
Like you cannot compare that with the NBA. And I'm not gonna say I played against the same athletes as in the NBA, but
Yeah.
I know how it is to play against grown men and how like the NBA is because I know guys that played in the NBA. I played with guys that were close to the NBA, and I played against guys that played in the NBA. So I'm I got a lot of experience, and that's a big point in my profile too.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I guess a little bit more is just like, what's it like to be like a draft prospect? Like, you go to these workouts and you're in a hotel. I know you told me before here that you were getting a COVID test.
Mhm.
So, like, is it like super hectic? I know you said like you've got some downtime to go on
Yeah,
Twitter, but like,
it's really hectic though. You gotta
yeah,
go like from town to town, and yeah, okay, the travels when you're sitting in the airport, I can't see on Twitter and stuff. But
yeah.
I gotta take my adapter, bro, because I got 1%. Otherwise,
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
you can't cut this off, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can cut that out. I can
Nah,
cut that. Do you want here? I can try it. Do you want me to ask the question
nah, it
again?
doesn't
We can
matter.
just.
It doesn't matter.
All right, we're good. We'll keep it rolling.
Yeah,
Yeah. So hectic.
yeah, hectic. And I mean, like, yeah, when I'm on the airport and I'm waiting for my flight and I got some Wi-Fi and I'm just trying to interact with the guys. It's just fun though. Like they are they're looking to the draft. It's also they're fans from an NBA team. They want to see their NBA team succeed and get the good players. So it's fun also for them. So why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's crazy to me that like you're younger than me. Like I'm 21, you're 20, and you're going through like this draft process, and I'm sitting here making a YouTube video. It's just kind of crazy to me where I've gotten to that age where prospects are younger than me,
Mhm.
and I don't know, man. It's just part of me feels like man,
You're
like
getting
that.
old though.
Yeah, exactly. I feel so old at this point. And like I'm 21. I'm not old.
Nah,
But
it's not old.
it just I feel like I'm getting old, man. Do you feel that at all? Like the fact that you're like going into the NBA? I know obviously you're young by like NBA terms, but do you just feel like you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna get drafted, or
We
I
will,
think you're gonna get drafted.
we
So
will see, bro. I don't know yet. I got like people saying I'm going to be late first round. Some people
mhm.
saying I'm not even gonna get drafted. So we will see. I mean, every manager or coach that I talk to, like they say, every team in the NBA wants a profile as you.
Mhm.
So I don't see myself going drafted, but I'm just I'm gonna be chill. Like I don't
Mhm.
want to praise myself too high. Though.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it at all. Though.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm high on your game. I guess really, like I told you before, I don't want this to be like a super interview type thing.
Nah,
So
it's chill though. It's just
yeah,
chill.
so kind of just some like fun questions. Like, for example, if someone gives you like you get drafted, you go to a team, you're in the gym, and someone goes, "Hey, Vrenz, you got the aux, play something." What song are you gonna play? Like, what is your
Oh,
go-to like yeah,
oh, that's
artist or
tough
song?
because, like in Belgium, we not listen all the time to English music.
Gotcha.
So
Mm-hmm.
I listen to a lot of like Flemish, like Dutch music. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really tough. But yeah, you got some great songs from Drake, Lil Baby, Young Boy, whatever. So I will
Mm-hmm.
pick one, but I don't know yet.
With the young boy answer, you're gonna fit on Twitter, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I see a lot of guys here that practicing with me sometimes,
Mhm,
putting up a young boy. I don't
mhm.
listen a lot to them, but I see them coming around. So
Gotcha. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good pick. I talked to Mike Muscala actually, like on the Thunder, now a free agent, a while ago, and he was talking about some of like the teammates, like music tastes and stuff like that in the gym. So I was curious to see like if you
yeah.
had that opportunity, what would you go for? Another question is, do you have like a draft like outfit or something picked out? Like, do you have something in mind, like when you get drafted, when they show like pictures of you and stuff like that? Like, is there
I
something you're
mean,
going for?
the thing is, I don't know where I'm going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm gonna follow up the draft in Belgium or I'm gonna stay in the States with a team.
Gotcha.
So that gonna be depending on what they're gonna tell me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Gotcha.
but I normally I got something in Belgium. I don't have it with me because normally I was about to leave like right now back to Belgium, but I got like 7 workouts left.
Oh, gotcha, man. So I know you've worked out with the Thunder. In terms of like workouts, like are there some other like cities that you've been to that you've liked a lot? I know you mentioned like you haven't been in the States that long, like you got to OKC and you were
Mhm.
just kind of coming into the States. So like what other cities have you enjoyed?
I mean, most all of them because it's
Mhm.
a whole different culture than in Belgium. So I really like all of them. Like New York was more busy.
Yeah.
Some things are more downtown, so that's also cool. But nah, I'm really liking them all. Like I don't have a favorite one.
Hmm.
I saw the
Gotcha.
most of OKC, so
Hey, there you go, man. That sounds good to me.
yeah.
Um, I know you're talking about how it's different here than Belgium. Like, what's one of like the big differences, like in terms of like culture or like the way things kind of go from like
I
Belgium
mean,
to here?
in Belgium, it's always raining. It's
Gotcha.
it's always cold. Uh,
Hmm.
a lot of snow, so it's terrible out there. But if it's summertime, like July or August, is good weather sometimes. But now it's raining all the time. So I mean, I like it over here. I'm trying to stay here.
Hey man, I'm positive. I know you're saying like you don't have as much confidence, but I don't know what it is. I'm very confident that you're gonna end up drafted. So I'll have the.
I'm just trying to be
You don't want
safe.
to jinx it. Yeah, you don't want
I
to
don't
jinx
want
it.
to jinx it. Yeah, that's what
That makes sense, man. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that you'll end up staying over here in OKC. Um,
I.
but yeah, so you get drafted. I know you talked about like players and stuff like that on OKC. Have you like spoken to any of the guys outside of like the ones you mentioned? I know you mentioned like Vit. Have you spoken to like any of the other guys about anything?
No, because they were practicing before us. Yeah, I
Hmm.
saw Viv for sure. I talked a little bit with him, but
Yeah.
like Poku and all the other young guys were there practicing with the trainers.
Hmm.
But nah, I didn't spoke with him yet.
Well, I mean, I guess that's like kind of most of the stuff I was gonna ask.
Uh-huh.
I guess like final thing is like in terms of like Twitter, I know like we have DM'd back and forth and stuff like that, and I know you're doing like a bunch of like I saw you were going to be on another Thunder podcast and stuff like that. So like, what do you enjoy about like just talking to people, like not just over Twitter, but like hopping on, like
I
talking to
mean, not everyone knows me yet, and
yeah.
I'm so under the radar. Like 2 months ago, nobody knew my name. Like
Hmm.
if I didn't came to the states, I like who's gonna know me? Like I just trying to interact with guys, like
Hmm.
getting more involved to the Thunder fans and to the Knicks fans and to whatever community. And I think it's good. Like even if you're an NBA player, I will do the same. It's not just
Hmm.
because I'm doing the draft. Like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in with a team, even it's in the league or back in Europe, I'm always like interacting with the fans. Like in Antwerp, I was like the most loved guy because I was like really interacted and yeah, just trying to do that with any and with any team I will be on. So that will be good. That will be good. That will be fine though.
That's awesome, man. I like to think like if I was in your position, I would do the same thing as well. I know it gets overwhelming with like Twitter and stuff like that, where like you mentioned like a million people are like
Mhm.
so many people are like tweeting at you and like replying
Yeah,
to you and sending you DMs and stuff. So like that's just really cool that you're able to keep up
I'm
with
just
all that
trying
and
to do
stuff.
it. I can't answer them all, but I try to do
Yeah.
most.
Yeah, man. Like I DM'd you about doing this, and you literally responded in like like I sent a text to my girlfriend. I was like, okay, because I like gave her a draft of the message I was gonna send to you. I'm like, all right, is this good? She's like, yeah, that looks good. I sent it to you. I'm like, all right, I sent it. Like I'm anxious. I'm waiting, and like within 5 seconds, you're like, I got you when you want to do this, and I was like,
Yeah,
hell yeah, man.
for sure.
Well, that's about all I have. I guess. Do you have any questions for me? Just
Man, I just want to thank you, man, for having me here.
Hey man, of course. Like, if you get drafted by the Thunder, we'll have to do this. Even if you don't get drafted by
We're
the Thunder,
doing that
man.
again. We're
Yeah,
doing it
well, we will
again.
do this again, and
But
I
maybe
will.
they'll give me more like more t-shirts then, because they only gave me one t-shirt. It was
Yeah, I know
dirty
you
as
were saying
hell.
beforehand you were like, oh,
Yeah.
I would have worn a Thunder t-shirt, but they're all dirty.
Yeah,
So
yeah, dirty.
yeah, so have to get you some Thunder t-shirts if
Yeah,
you get drafted. But thank you so much, man, for talking to me. It was seriously a pleasure. Like,
yeah.
feel free to DM whenever. I'm gonna be rooting for you on draft night. I know, like, I know you said you felt the love from Thunder fans, but like from talking to them personally, like every Thunder fan wants you in a Thunder uniform. So
That's
we're all
cool.
rooting for you, man. And like I said, you get drafted, your like I'm getting your jersey like day one, like
That's
minute
cool.
one,
That's
man.
cool. That's
So
cool.
thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys later.